continue.
Good.
Where did that triangle one go? Sorry.
It did just fine on the last one.
While she's doing that, people don't need to hear me. So, just remember we're still working on the church. Remember we are live streaming these services. If you would, in your wisdom, if some of you would like to learn how to run the equipment, because once we get the church open again, we're going to have to run it here and run it in the church. So if you would like to learn how to run the equipment so you can be here and set it all up, talk to Jamie or talk to me, because we're going to need a couple of volunteers. Okay, she's not here, I'm not here. We need somebody that knows how to try to turn it on. If I can teach you how to turn the lights on, we're in good shape. So
I got the lights.
So we are working on that. We haven't done it before, so the live streaming is going to be done every single Sunday. So we're going to need people that will be able to step up in case one of us are not here to be able to run the equipment. So if you are interested and would like to learn, we would appreciate it. Awesome. And if we need singers, people that want to make a joyful sound, as long as it doesn't sound like scratching on a bulletin board, we're good. So if you would like to sing, want to come up here and learn how to sing and put the piano on, or if you play an instrument, talk to me. We will do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. At this time, I'd like to ask you to rise for the invocation and remain standing for our first hymn. Infinite Spirit, we asked you to shower us down with the love of each one of us to be united in the path of spiritualism and our own personal growth. We thank you that we have the opportunity to come to you and share and grow and learn. And we ask this in the name of truth. Amen. Okay, our first hymn is
Faith of Our Fathers.
Faith of Our Fathers. And you're gonna do this. Faith of our fathers living still, in spite of dungeon, fire, and sword. Oh, our hearts beat high with joy when we hear this glorious word. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, will be true to thee till death. Faith of our fathers, we will strive to the nations unto thee, and through the truth that comes from God, and until we truly free. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. Faith of our fathers, we will love both friends and foes in all our strife, and preach to thee the love knows how, by kindly words and virtuous life. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all the fathers that are here. It's a tough job at times, but we appreciate all of you, and we hope you have a good day. And these fathers can be fathers of little human beings or little fuzzy things. So we thank you. Okay. Now, located on the bulletin are our principles, our declaration of principles. So if you'll join me with saying these out loud, and as you say them, feel each word you say. Okay? So we're not going to just repeat them and say, get in a mode of just practicing and reciting. We need to really understand what we're saying as we say this. Okay? We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expressions of infinite intelligence. We affirm that the correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of an individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomenon of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule: whatsoever ye do unto others, you do unto you. I had to turn the page. We affirm that the moral responsibility of the individual, and that they make their own happiness or unhappiness as they obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. Okay, now in the bulletin is our healing prayer. So if you would join with me to recite this, and again, feel your words, make them real, all right? I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body, and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust and love in the power of God. All right, at this time, I'd like you to join me. Since we're sort of on shutdown, we don't do our hands-on healing, but we're going to join in with a guided meditation. And again, feel the energies. One thing about being in this room, the closeness, you can really feel the energy grow. So let's take take 3 deep breaths, and you can get comfortable. You can either have your eyes open, closed, whatever you're most comfortable with. Relax. Now I'd like you to visualize yourself as a ball of light. A lovely blue-white light. Feel the light through your entire body. Feel that light penetrate through your head, down your neck, into your chest, into your lower part of your body, into your hips, your legs. Feel that light go down to your feet, and feel that connection with the earth through the bottom of your feet. This energy makes you feel warm, happy, safe. Take a minute to feel this energy. Take a couple more deep breaths, and as you breathe in, you feel this energy grow within you. Now you feel yourself as this wonderful ball of light expanding, inching out, moving out, growing larger and larger and brighter and brighter. As you expand, you feel yourself blending with no resistance to the energy of those around you. You feel this unity. As you feel this unity, you are not able to feel where you end and the other person's energy begins. This is the beginning of the light that's going to unify all of us in purpose and in love. And as you're aware of this love and this peace and purpose, and as you emerge with all those around you, you have that strong, strong sense of unity to the point where you are breathing along with the person next to you, the person behind you, the person in front of you. You're aware that your breath are unified. This sense of unity fills the room with such a sense of peace, love, and purpose. Stay there and feel that energy. Feel the joy that you feel with that connection. You're aware that any type of loneliness or depression or sadness has left you. You do feel united with all those around you. Now, as that united, beautiful ball of blue, white light expands, as a unit here, we're going to send that light out. We're pushing it out. We're pushing it out to the community around us. And you can visualize your community. And you can visualize this white, blue light bathing this community. You feel the unity again with your community. Now you push it even further out. You push it out to our state. You can visualize again the state of Florida as you visualize that out, or whatever state you call home. Visualize that light expanding, that blanket of love all over. And as we do this, we also expand to our country. Our country has gone through a lot in these last days, and we need that unity, we need that peace, we need that love. Now, as this light has expanded, we send it to the world. Visualize the countries around the world. Visualize them being bathed in this blue-white light. Send that energy. And then you become aware that this energy is a strong healing energy. You become aware that your body is feeling healed. You feel a warmth all through your body. Then you become aware of the community being healed, the state, the country, the world. Allow this light to penetrate every one of your thoughts, every one of your relationships, every one of the issues that you might have, every one of the stumbling blocks you might see in your path. You see this light penetrate, and you're looking at these issues in a different manner. You're looking at them as opportunities to grow, to unify, to love. Our light is touching our heart in such a way that we can feel the beat of our heart through our whole body. And as your breath was unified with those around you, you realize your heartbeat is unified with all those around you. At first it might be a little bit of, oh wow, but then it's going to be, oh wow. And I want you to stay there a few minutes, basking in this healing energy. And if there's any issues that you might have, problems you might have, I want you to recognize that you no longer have them. You're going to be releasing any of that negativity that you might have walked into this room with. Just stay there. Also be aware that if Spirit has a message for you at this time, this is the time Spirit's going to come and touch you on the shoulder and whisper in your ear. Just stay there a few minutes. Now take a couple of deep breaths. Become aware of where you're at. Even though you might be a little bit reluctant about leaving where you found that peace and joy, remember that you don't have to leave that peace and joy, that it comes back with you. You're not losing it. The light and the unity is still in the motion of movement. And you're going to carry that movement out of this building when you leave. And you know that that energy is there within you. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to feel relaxed. You're going to have a sense of joy and a sense of purpose. We're all in unity, and we're going to thank the universe, the infinite spirit, for allowing us to remember that we all walk together in unity with love and peace. Now you can slowly come back, open your eyes with a sense of thankfulness. Okay, that also means you have to wake up. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to our next hymn, Higher Ground, and we'll ask the pastor to come up and lead us. And you can rise, yes.
I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day. A higher ground, I onward bound, Lord, on my feet, on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand, where doubts and fears stable land. A higher plane that I have found, on my feet, on higher ground. My heart has no desire desire to stay where doubts arise and fears dismay. Those that dwell where those abound, my great aim is higher ground. But lift me up and understand, my faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found, or plant my feet on higher ground. I want to live above the world, though every dark that be or hurled, where faith has caught the joyful sound, the sound of voice on higher ground. For lift me up and let me stand, my faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found, or plant my feet on higher ground. I want to scale the utmost height and catch a gleam of glory bright. But still I pray till heaven is found, Lord, lead me on to higher ground. For lift me up and let me stand, my faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found, Lord, plant my feet on higher ground.
Please be seated.
All right, now at this time we have the pleasure of introducing our guest speaker. Okay, she's been a certified medium and healer for many years. She has the title of being our first and only Spanish-speaking medium, and we're all pleased with that. She has worked in many fields here in this community, and most of us remember her great talent when it comes to decorating our temple. And we at this time we really are grateful to introduce Margarita Varela.
Okay. Good morning. I need to sit because of my knees.
Go ahead, I got you.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you to my pastor, to the board trustee, to all of you that are here and the one that joined us. Today is a very special day. Our hymn, the meditation, is everything that I have here. And I said, how attuned we all can be. And once again is that I have a feeling, I know that there is nothing new under the sun. We just have to learn how to listen. Anything that I speak out of my heart. Is not that I have all the answer, but at this point of my life, I feel that I need to make a conscious compromise with me, with my community, with my family, with life. Because we are in a very interesting time. Either we are part of the solution or we are part of the problem. And I feel that in a world that we have so much information, and I ask myself and I ask Spirit, I come with all the knowledge that I have, because we have that. Allowing all the teachings that we embrace, I still not a total reflection of my higher self. And the answer, it is, we gotta learn how to listen. We gotta learn to go in that silence. And we gotta learn to change the way that we think and the way that we interact with each other. If there is pain, there is a loving reaction from us. We are ready to help. We don't ask the why. We just get one with that created energy. And that created energy, it is the presence of God, infinite intelligence, whatever it is in your heart. But we need, I feel that we need to have this in our practice every day. So, Spirit keeps saying to me, practice compassion. And that's where I'm going to try to go. How is what I'm going to compromise and what I'm going to invite you. At the end of my talk, we'll do a practice that it is my compromise. But I need all of you that are here today, because there is a reason why we all together. And that's why a reason why you have chosen this day on Father's Day to be at the Southern Casadega Spiritual Camp. So compassion is the ability to be sensitive without judgment. Ouch. Ouch. When we have so many reactions in our lives. Okay, I gotta look into my notes, I'm sorry. Because many things here were given to me by Spirit. One of the things that Spirit says, do you realize how brave your spirit it is? Brave! Yes, you are alive. So you're here. And if your purpose is just to hold that energy of love, that is where you came from. But in our mind, we have to be grand. But grand today is to become a loving person. Is to start putting aside everything that in appearance separate us. We are one. There is a living energy in all of us. Are we realizing that? Okay? So, I want to be authentic. I want to do the best. I need to do some changes in my life in order to embrace everything that I know, that I feel. The first thing is that, do we realize that that spirit that is so living in me, that is incarnated in me, is incarnated in everyone, so in you, that it is only one spirit, one energy. So if we have the knowledge, then where do we go? We got to go into our minds. And we have also to think that any change is not out there. It needs to happen here. It's personal. And it is an inside job. If I want to live a world of unity, I have to have unity within me, within my family, within my community, with my surroundings. So how do I bring that? Our humanity sometimes gets in the way, but we are guided. And that's why we encourage the meditation. And that's why we encourage creating affirmations and do some practices in our life. Okay. My apologies, I haven't been here for a long time. So, anyway, that inside job, right? So what do you think that it is the inside job that we need to do in this moment in our society, in our world? is the heart of humanity. Do you know how many things I have in my heart and in my mind that really doesn't belong to me? But I heard my grandparents, or I adopted the idea because in a given moment either made sense or it was funny, whatever. But that is not allowing me to move forward in order to bring that love, compassion, not judgment, and unity in my life. So we need to accept this truth in order to deepen ourselves in a sense of oneness. The other day, Spirit says to me, "It's you that separates." It's the human mind that separates. And when we are separate, we can manifest sickness, depression, loneliness, resistance in our life. So the invitation is to start looking within and see all those concepts and ideas that we have. Which ones serve you and which one do you need to live and write within the book of your life? What are you believe from now on? That doesn't mean that we are going to place this in a stone. It means that once in a while we need to go back again, because this is a daily work. This is a daily work. And say, ooh, I don't think like that anymore. So we relieve that in order to bring a broader, bigger way of thinking. I need water. So, if we are want to heal the heart of humanity, and this is the practice that Spirit asked me, what we need is to create a prayer, an affirmation, a thought that we are able to read it, pause, and feel it, not only at the beginning of the day, or lunchtime, or before you go to sleep. What I'm suggesting is that whatever you create, you make copies, and you place it in your mirror, at your front door, in your car, especially in your car. Because before you turn on that car, if you take a deep breath and you place yourself within that light and that love and that presence, and there is only oneness, because that's where you want, that's the energy that you're going to go to fulfill your day. If you have a challenge in work, place it in your desk. So, we all know this, and we all in some way are practicing this. But in order to bring a new way of thinking, I believe that we're visual. We have to see it many times until become real. Today is Father's Day. And I know that my children are very fortunate because they have a very beautiful father. I had a character building father, which I love, which I'm eternally thankful, because he and I, we work to see ourselves beyond the appearances, beyond the limitation, and beyond everything that occurs with love, with forgiveness. So cherish your life story. Cherish those beautiful moments that they encourage you, that we consider beautiful memories. But also cherish the one that gave you a different perspective. And sometimes the perspective was, this is not how I want to be, because I can choose differently. So perhaps what happened, it was what I needed. We don't understand that in given moments, but that is the reality. So being one with your own story and being a conscious participant again to practice compassion and love on every day of your life. What else does Spirit want to say? Okay, we're almost closing here. So in closing, I have to say this. Sorry. As we cherish everything that we are and where we're going, no judgment, understanding that there was something that we needed to learn, that we have the choice in every single moment to do things different. That is the first step, accepting that. Spirit also said to me throughout the quarantine, because of course I was complaining of this and that, even though that I was in such a good place, because I sit in my home, and my home is my universe. It's a happy place. And one day, Spirit has this ability of giving you with a 2x2 or 4x4, okay? And he says, look for the possibility. Possibility. Yes. The possibility of being happy no matter what. It took me a couple of minutes really to understand that. At that moment, I was standing in my kitchen and in front of my sink. So my view is a lake. And I said, oh, I was here. I don't want to do this. Well, in reality is that I didn't have to do anything if I didn't want to do it, but it needed to be done. And when he says, looking for the possibility right here, right now, and when I raised my eyes, and I was able to take a deep breath, and I was able to embrace and become one with so much beauty that we see around. We look and we don't see. And I said, I got it. I became at peace. I became happy in the knowing that we don't control things, but we have to put an energy. So the energy is to learn how to heal the heart of humanity. To learn how to hear the language of our hearts. And so Spirit says, of course, I wake up and Spirit says, look into that book. There was an affirmation, and I'm going, thank you, because that's the way it is. So what I am suggesting today, what I'm inviting you to do today, is that you compromise with yourself. Compromise with yourself. To be part of a new world. Because even though that we want to go back into what life used to be, it will never be exactly the same. I don't know. I was in this loving atmosphere, but I felt so much pain because there was pain in our world. What happens to you, I can feel it. What happens to me, it may have an effect on you. So, in order to bring that shift, we gotta silence ourselves. And the invitation once again is for you to create what it is in your heart. Is God? The concept. Is it Jesus? Is it Buddha? Is it infinite intelligence? Is it light? Is it love? Choose. For me, it is God and it is infinite intelligence. And we need to understand what infinite intelligence is. That it is all-powerful, creative, that live in me, through me, and in everything around me. So when you create that prayer, it shouldn't take you more than a minute. The important thing here is that at the end, as you learn to feel your own heart, you learn to feel the 7.8 million of people, billions of people that they are in this lifetime. My heart beats at the same rhythm that yours. So this is mine, but I need that you create yours. And what I'm saying here is that my compromise is to start taking the time consciously to stop so I can bring the change here. And as I heal, I know that each person will heal with me. My affirmation says, God in me, unified with God in all. I am one with all people, with all things, with all life. I listened in the silence. I am one. I am love. Thank you.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Margarita. You have given us a lot to think about. At this time, I'd like to call the pastor up.
I'll move the mic back up. I want to thank the ones that are online right now that are listening. We're going to stop our live feed at this time. And thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the donations and the encouragement of the organization. We want to thank you this time for tuning in, and we're going to stop our live feed at this time.